All right, welcome back, traders. I haven't seen you guys during the week here in quite some time. I wanted to do a quick first announcement for you guys here with the STP NFTs, the Rocket Collection. Make sure you guys come check it out here. I'm going to post the link for you guys here on YouTube in the chat. Okay. Yeah, so obviously, you know, the STP Rocket Node Collection, NFT collection here, all these NFTs have their own special type of discounts. You guys can kind of check through and click through. Obviously, the Node King one is it's got the biggest value, right? Comes with 1-year access to the SAR indicator and 1-year access to VIP. So make sure you guys check that out. If you guys were interested in some of the SCP services here. All right, and oh, Crypto Soldier, thank you so much, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. I am, yeah, I've lost about 41 pounds. All right. Cool. So let's get back onto the structure here. We do have the Bitcoin chart. We're looking at USDT dominance, Bitcoin dominance, SAR 1 hour, 4 hour, fear and greed, glass node. You guys know the deal. And then we just moved the NFTs to the first one, just to make sure you guys got a quick glimpse of what we're doing here with the NFTs. All right. Cool. All right. So let's cover Bitcoin and what it's doing. And honestly, I do like what I'm seeing here, guys. Right, you guys can see the downsloping channel. We did break out of it, and we got rejected here around this $53,000 area. Obviously, this is where we got this major rug pull, and we were below the 200-day moving average there for a bit. And today we're actually we're bullish engulfing candle. Obviously, we still have about 7.5 hours left of the day, but we are sitting above the 200-day moving average, and this is looking pretty good. All right, on the daily here, you can clearly see that we have the hidden bullish divergence here on the MACD oscillator, showing us that we are implying a price action move back to the upside here for Bitcoin. All right, and the daily on the RSI is showing this bullish divergence as well. Right, we had a low and a higher low on the RSI. However, we had a low and a lower low on price. Right, guys? Excellent. Excellent stuff. And if you guys are part of the alert service, you guys will know that we did give this call out here on C98 at around this 365 area when we broke this wick high right here. We got a nice break. We are kind of back testing right now on this symmetrical triangle. And as you guys do know, or actually this is more of a pennant, right? So this is a pennant. So essentially, from the bottom to the top, we're looking at about a 450% measured move on this asset. Guys, this is going to be quite a big move for this token. So watch out for this one. I think it's going to make some big moves, all right? We're looking at around a $20 major swing target. You know, we may not do this whole move, but, you know, I would say somewhere in the middle there, maybe 10 bucks, okay? Right, so the dominance here on USDT is obviously kind of getting rejected here, right? We did see this kind of make a double top, right? We did get this breakout, and it looked like it tried to back test, but we're coming back down to this support here, and we've kind of put in a bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour chart. We do want to see Tether kind of break back below this 200-day moving average. On the daily, it is technically below it right now. And I really want to see this kind of get rejected here and move back down to the bottom support. All right, this 2.83 area. And the oscillators here are suggesting bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence here. You guys can clearly see that right this very second we are sitting right on, you know, bullish territory. We're at 50 on the RSI, but we can see that there is this bearish divergence here forming here on the daily. Okay, so that's looking good for the crypto market. We want to see We want... Felipe, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Yes, we can look at HNT. Let's take a look at it. Just make sure this is all the chart data on this. Okay, I thought I had this drawn differently, right? Perfect. So we did actually make a new all-time high up here on 26.6, and we're just kind of consolidating. We are below the 200 or the 200 on the 4-hour. The daily, we are above the 200 daily, which is good. We're in a nice consolidation pattern right here. Right, downsloping consolidation, downsloping channel, right? So you want to trade this when you get the breakout off the top side trend line here, right? The downsloping channels, as you know, Volkowski always talks about, and guys, I always reference this because it's like clockwork. Every single time you get the same types of patterns, you see the same types of things, right? So you guys should really familiarize yourselves with these patterns and learn how to trade them, right? So the downsloping channel, right? You want to buy on the break of the downsloping channel. So once you get this break above 22.66, that's when you really want to, you know, consider, you know, buying it, right? So you can see the volume is receding here on this asset, right? You can see the volume bar is kind of receding, and so we are expecting maybe a big move back up here very shortly, right? We still have these swing targets up here, 35, 42, and 53 for this asset. We did break this trading range. That's why we got this big move up, right? But I do suspect maybe we do chop around here for a bit before we actually get maybe a breakout, right? All right, Felipe, does that answer your question? The answer is we have to see how this plays out in this channel, right? You need to really just pay attention to how this is trading in this range, okay? All right, so back to the structure here. We're going to look at USDT dominance, which we looked at. We're going to look at Bitcoin dominance. Now, we did say that this 886 area is a common reversal area, all right? We're gonna do free requests towards the end of the stream today. If you guys do want to cut me off in the middle of the structure, you guys can do what Felipe did and give a nice super chat. Again, Felipe, thank you so much for your donation, and we really appreciate that. So Bitcoin dominance here is looking like it's trying to make a reversal right at the 886 fib extension. We were talking about this area maybe being respected. Right, guys, so we do have this daily divergence here on Bitcoin dominance, right? So the altcoins might see, the altcoins might see some backlash with that. And this could end up being a Bitcoin show for a little bit, right? But we are still below the 200-day moving average, right? That is something you need to be aware of as well. Bitcoin dominance is still in a major downtrend, right? Cool, so that's Bitcoin dominance. The SAR 1 hour and 4 hour here on the Discord. Let me get you guys that information. So obviously Bitcoin on the hourly here is long. The 4 hour is still short. So we're still waiting for the 4 hour trend to confirm an uptrend, okay? So again, we're still in an in-between point. Like I said before, we got to make sure we get back above that 200-day moving average on the daily for Bitcoin. And that is going to be, in my opinion, that is going to be the deciding factor for the 4 hour trend. All right. Fear and greed, we already know we're in the fear stage right now. So, this is actually swaying my decision that we're going to remain in a bullish trend, because when the market's fearful, people, the smart folks, tend to be greedy, right? This is when you want to be greedy, when people are fearful. The glass node and the Newpol chart. Sure, we're going to take a look at that. So nothing really changed here. We're not in danger of euphoria stage at all. We're just kind of chilling right here in this green range right now. Let me refresh this. Maybe it's not refreshed. yeah, so we're not really too worried about this just yet right now. Okay, guys, still fine. No cycle top in just yet. Okay. Crypto market cap. We'll just go to total and check that out. All right, so total, we got this nice wedge breakout. We got to the top. What did we do? We pulled right back, right? That's typically what happens after you hit a wedge target. Right, we are holding above the daily 200-day moving average, which is great. And we can see we're just kind of consolidating here. We are below the all-time high, which is around $2.4 trillion. But this does look like a lot like a cup and handle, right, guys? A lot like a cup and handle. Okay, so this looks like a continuation pattern to me. So right now we're sitting around $2.126 trillion. And we're going to go ahead and look at some of your guys' requests here now. Let's see. We got LRC and XRP. What else you guys got? I want to thank the 22 people watching the stream today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, and tick the little bell to get all the updates here at Swing Trade Pros. All right, so we're going to look at LRC. So LRC kind of bouncing off the 200-day here. Looks a lot like a lot of the other assets right now. Kind of got this this trend line up here, right? This supply line up here is being respected 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, right? So that looks pretty good. And then we have what looks to be a downsloping channel forming on this asset, right? So we have this partial decline. We can see we are holding this trend line right here as well. So we're in this downsloping channel. You can see the trend line being respected. This is where you want to be buying the asset. As long as you don't break this trend line, guys, you're probably going to continue bouncing off of it to go higher. The daily is actually implying that. You can see, look at the fluttering here. We have triple RSI bullish divergence on this asset. This looks extremely, extremely bullish, guys. Once we get back above this this area here around this 53.7 area, okay, on the daily. That's looking pretty strong, all right? It's looking pretty strong. So just to give you guys some shorter-term targets, once we do break this channel, right? We're looking at obviously 90 cents is the top of the channel, and then looking left, you have your all-time high here around 290. All right, that is probably going to be your major swing target. Okay, that looks actually really, really good for a major swing, right up to the 1618, the 290 area for LRC. All right, XRP. Let's take a look at it. So yeah, just holding above the 200-day moving average, and you guys can see this too. Look at the supply line here or the trend line that's being held here. We have 1, 2, 3 touches, and you can see that we could just maybe consolidate in this structure here for a bit. And the longer we actually stay above the 200-day, the more likely of a chance that we actually just break out of this here, instead of coming down and then maybe bouncing around before going. So pay attention. If we end up making closures, continuing to making closures above the 200-day moving average, I think our next real target here is this 160 area, and ultimately the all-time highs around 350, and then into price discovery. All right. Harmony 1, Kin, Solana, ADA. All right, we're looking at Solana, ADA, Kin, Harmony 1, and GRT. Solana just got to my targets, man. Touched all of them. $229. We basically just kissed it, right? 1, 2, 3 fib targets hit. We're gonna come back down now, most likely, right? I had this drawn a couple different ways. Let's take a look at this way that I did have this drawn. Yes, we will take a look at FTM. Sorry about that. All right, so we're actually coming to this supply line here, or this support line. Obviously looks like it might be being breached right now, but we haven't broke this low here around this 150 area. That's something to pay attention to. If we end up breaking that low, well, then we're probably going to come back down to these lows around 134, right? And we could go into a big, you know, downsloping consolidation type of structure after this big parabolic move. All right, so this is typical after these types of moves, guys. But we are holding above this trend line here, so not out of the woods just yet. Not out of the woods just yet. All right, we got a nice bounce here off this trend line, or off the heart line here, right? But the daily is, you know, way above the 200-day. The 200-day is down here at $40. Man, this thing went on quite a run. So we could see some back tests. This $80 area, you know, it sounds crazy, but this $80 area here looks like a pretty strong area, maybe, of support. Thanks, Soldier. Appreciate that, man. All right, so ADA, let's take a look at that. So ADA, I kind of had this drawn out where we made this rounded top, so obviously we were expecting to move down. We came back down to the 886 fib extension, and we're trying to rally. Kind of flat on the day. If we lose this 240 area, guys, we're probably going to come right down to $2 and maybe even on down to, you know, 170s. Okay, there really isn't too much support here. We have, you know, this previous area here as acting as support right now. All right, so kind of just maybe in a holding pattern. We are showing slight RSI divergence here. It's ever so slight. We're gonna have to see if this actually plays out. Right. We are making lower levels of positive or negative momentum, which is good. So we're gonna have to see if this continues. All right, so we got Harmony 1 to look at, Kin to look at, FTM. We're gonna look at FTM first. I think that was requested a while ago. I just totally forgot about it. So FTM did the exact move, man. I mean, we had the channel breakout, the back test, and the rally. I had these areas circled here. We got to almost the 1.4 fib extension, and now we're pulling back. And I suspect us to pull back down to this $1 area, as this seems like the most logical area for it to go. Okay. Harmony or Kin, then Harmony 1. I haven't looked at this chart in a while, but not much has really changed. We're still in this down-sloping type of structure and making lower highs, so this isn't really that good. All right, so you're still kind of just consolidating. Made a 50% retrace. You are holding this low here, it looks like, on the weekly. The daily, yeah, the daily is in a consolidation pattern. You are below the 200-day, which isn't good. You have to, yeah, Rod, we can take a look at him, sure. If I forget, man, just make sure to remind me, all right? So Kin here, right? Below the 200-day moving average, we got a couple rejections off the supply line, but you are making this downsloping consolidation type of structure, right? So I think, like I said before, the downsloping channels like this, you want to buy the breakout, right? So once you break out, you could see this move back to the top of this supply line, right? And yeah, there is some nice consolidation happening here, right? Cool. So this looks okay. I think maybe some more consolidation and maybe a break back up. Okay. All right. So that was Kin, and then we had to look at Harmony 1. Let's see. So I mean, this is a clear channel up type of structure, right? Yes, I mean, you got room. Like, once you start, if you start to, this looks like we got to this all-time high here, and we broke it. We made a new all-time, you barely made a new all-time high. But what it looks like you're doing here is you might consolidate above the 200-day. You could even come back down to 12 cents before you rally again, all right? And as long as you stay above that 200-day moving average, guys, the trend is going to remain in an uptrend. All right, so that's Harmony 1. We did FTM Tezos. This asset's been on a nice run. Daniel Davis, thank you so much for saying that, man. Appreciate your live testimonial about the STP alert service. Appreciate that, man. Okay, so Tezos looking really strong, right? You can clearly see that we're about to break this trend line here, and this nice up sloping trend line one. Basically, you can see we came really close to this trend line, but we didn't touch it. We have 1, 2, 3 touches. Volume coming in here. For the push after the back test off the daily 200. And this looks like a major cup pattern, guys. This is a major cup. So bottom of the cup, top of the cup is 300%. That's what we're looking at once we break this. This neckline here is a 300% move for Tezos. Guys, this could take a couple months, right? It's not going to happen right away. What do you know? It's like Tetris, right to the 1272 fib extension. Can't make this stuff up. Literally right to $30. That's the swing target for Tezos, all right? Cool. What else we got? GRT. All right, so GRT kind of just holding here, right? We're holding this support line here around this 81 cents. Trying to make higher lows now. This asset is a lagger, I will say, but I did think we were going to get breakout and a back test, but that didn't happen. The 200-day moving average is up here around this 110 area. We got to get back above that to go back into a nice uptrend. So, I mean, in theory, once you break out of the channel, looking at about a 250% move. All right, so break out of the channel, you're looking at a 250% move, which brings you to new all-time highs around that 370 area. You've got to get back above the 200-day moving average. This is actually an area, maybe I would say, to add, or dollar cost average. You can see we're in a consolidation. The TTM is in a squeeze, guys. All right, and you can see that there's ever so slight higher low on the negative momentum here, showing some bullish divergence here on the MACD. All right, we're gonna look at ETH and then the two stocks and a bunch of other stuff. Give me a second. You guys are crazy. All right, we'll look at ETH real quick. On the longer term projection, right? You guys want to see longer term projections for ETH here, and that's what we're going to show you. We're going to go to the weekly chart. So you can see we got exactly to the falling wedge swing target, which was right here, right? So now we're pulling back, which is exactly what we thought we would do. And we're just holding this 618 fib extension, right? We bounced right off of it, and you can clearly see that we're trying to make moves back higher here now. And this is actually forming what looks to be a cup with handle structure for continuation. Felipe, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. And yes, we will look at Algorand. By the way, I do hold a bag of Algorand. This is one of my biggest bags that I do hold that I did enter down here in late 2020, around this 33-cent entry. Okay, Algorand, I believe that this asset is going to do very well in the long term, and obviously during the rest of this bull market. The all-time high is around this 345 area, and we haven't even touched or come close to breaching it yet. So, in my opinion, we still have a ways to go. And the major swing target that I'm looking at here is about this $9 area, which is the major 1272 fib extension. So we got to the 886 fib extension here, and you can kind of see that we're just consolidating up here. So this looks extremely bullish on the 4-hour, guys. You can see that you're making higher lows. You are just trading in this range here, right? You can see the upsloping consolidation. Right, this does look like maybe an ascending triangle. Right. You're teetering right now. You're showing hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart, right? RSI trending down, price actually just holding up here, right? You can see the TTM in a consolidation squeeze. The dots are red. I do recommend lots of you guys to put this on your chart. It will really help you in understanding when an asset is consolidating. It is called the TTM squeeze. It's a free indicator. You can just type TTM on the indicators here, and you can start messing with whatever one you want. I actually use the Thinkorswim default. All right. So let's see here. We got ETH. We can look at EGLD, AVE, and Link, TRX. We gotta look at these stocks first. Let's look at these stocks. All right. For Rod. NCTY. Never heard of this one. This is a Bitcoin stock or something? Oh wow, this is a major downtrend. So what? We got like some sort of break and then came right back into the pattern. Well, you're teetering right now on the weekly 200, so that's not good. You are below the daily 200, which is not good. Could actually be forming this though. This does look interesting. Yeah, I don't know how. This is kind of scuffed, but if this is a slanted inverse head and shoulders pattern, that's good. You don't want to break below this 1089 area. If you do that, you're going to make lower lows, and then this pattern will kind of be invalidated, okay? Yeah, so just kind of pay attention to this. I mean, this isn't really in any sort of major structure that I would like to trade myself, but just watch it, right? Just watch it. The stock is in a major downtrend, all right? BITF. I've heard of this one, Bitfarms. Okay, now see, this is good. You're above the daily 200, right? This is what you want to see. That means the asset's in an uptrend. And it looks like, I think this is one of those Bitcoin ones, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can totally tell it. This is a Bitcoin. It's almost following exactly what Bitcoin's doing. And look, ascending triangle up here at the top. You might get one more back test before you go. You usually get 3. 1, 2, 3, and then run, right? And then for this one, the measured move is 372%. There you go. All right, hopefully that's helpful, Rod. Warov, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that feedback, man. And I'm glad you profited from it. Let's see. What else did I miss? Link. Let's take a look at Link. TRX. Wow, TRX is on the move right now. Let's see. But this was actually in like a descending broadening formation, right? I mean, it looks pretty clear that this is going to go back up to test this around 16 cents, whoever's asking about TRX. You can see that this thing went straight down. We're going straight up right now. We're above the daily 21 and the daily 200. Right. So, let's see. What else did I miss? Urus. Yeah, we can look at Urus for you, Soldier. So we did exactly this move that I had drawn out. You know, we're looking at about a 700% move on this asset once we break this part, right? 722%. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if it's going to do this whole move, but even if it does half the move, you're looking at, you know, probably $100, you know, pretty quick, 100 to 115 bucks. On that AMP, we did Tezos, EGLD. EGLD was a swing trade, so you should just reference that, Soldier. And then AMP. Let's see. Not really too much chart data on this asset, but you can see we're in this down-sloping channel, right? We're just kind of going sideways. Not really too much happening right now. And you want to trade this when you actually end up breaking the channel, right? All right, so Link. Let's take a look at Link. One of my favorite charts to look at, guys, is Chainlink, man. This is like a beautiful, beautiful uptrend chart. Doesn't really get too much better than this. You can see the nice long-term projection here. The swing target's still up here at $52, guys. The falling wedge, we got the breakout. We got a little bit stalled out here because of Bitcoin, but once we get above this $30.50 area, man, there's nothing here. It's just gonna go straight up to 45, 50 bucks, okay? Yeah, we can look at space for sure. AVAX, we can take a look at that. Dodo, Apple, what else we got? Matic. We looked at Matic already, didn't we? Let's see. So let's look at space. Yeah, let's look at space. Why don't we just mix in a stock here? Sure, let's do that. Yeah, and I did have this in a wedge as well, right? And the 200-day moving average is down here at 1679, so we're above that. The daily, we are below the daily 200, which is around 32, which would actually make me believe that this is a short-term swing target once we do get there, right? We're right on the 61.8% retrace area here, and so we're going to see if we get a reaction here. So far, we're not really seeing much of a reaction, which leads me to believe that we could get one more leg down to the 786, or maybe even the 886, and still make a higher low than this low. But we'll see how this pans out. You can see the shortening of the selling pressure getting less and less, right? You can see here was, you know, 100%. Here was 50%. Here was 18%, right? You guys can see it's becoming less and less selling pressure, right? And here, 8%. So maybe we got another 4%, maybe, I don't know, if that. Sellers are probably pretty much exhausted at this point. We're getting really close to maybe a reversal, right? So just be patient if you are trading this. You can see we're in a consolidation on the daily, right? The TTM is in a squeeze. We did break daily support though, so I'm thinking maybe we could even come just a little bit further down and just break out of this eventually. You know, maybe back down to this $21, $22 area. You can see the volume kind of receding here too. Big move coming. So get ready, guys. Space is going to be ready for liftoff here soon. Uni, yeah, we can look at Uni, Angel, sure. Band and Dodo, and then Apple. All right, so we're gonna look at Dodo real quick. The bird, the Dodo bird. Holding this support. This you can clearly see is holding this trend here. Right, we broke out. We did break this trend line, so that's not good. No longer valid. But the wedge target's still in play. I mean, the wedge target's all the way up here at $13, man. How we get there, I don't know, but you can clearly see right now we're holding this. Look at the volume that came in here today, man. This looks like it's gonna go, man. This looks like it's ready to rock. Right? Getting really close to a supply line break here. This does look like maybe a little bit of a wedge formation, right? And this actually does look like maybe an inverse head and shoulders pattern. There we have your left shoulder here, your head, and your slanted neckline, and for maybe your right shoulder here being, right, your right shoulder higher than your left shoulder slanted in a wedge. Okay, that might play out pretty well. You can see the volume coming in here, right down here towards the support on the 4 hour. And the divergence here on the 4 hour, this looks pretty good. You can see the TTM squeezing here as well. Looks very nice, looks very nice. Dodo looking very nice. A swing back up to the top of the wedge, which is $2.25. Apple. All right, so Apple, kind of in this major, I want to call this a rising wedge because that's what it looks like to me. It looks like a major rising wedge. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it sounds messed up, but we could see Apple come all the way back down to 143. You know, we are implying that here on the RSI, right? The daily looks bearish. Yeah, I mean, you can see we're in this downsloping channel, right? We are at, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, you can see the momentum here also kind of showing this bear div here, and we are above zero on the MACD, so technically still bullish, right, on the oscillator, but you can see we're starting to lose this momentum. There we can see it here. Lower highs on momentum, but higher highs on price. You know, this ultimately makes me think we can come back down to test this 142 area if we lose this trend line here. All right. What did I miss? Band and Uni and AVAX. Yeah, AVAX. I had this mapped out a while ago. Let's see what it did. Alright, so look, broke the downsloping channel, right? You want to buy the breakout. And we had a nice little downsloping channel again. We got a breakout. You can see the volume calming in here, confirming that. We did make a new technical all-time high at $65 or $64. It looks like we're just consolidating up here now. Alright, so maybe some more consolidation. You can see the TTM squeezing here. We could get maybe a retest, right? We did get some pretty big moves. So we could get some pullbacks for sure on this asset. All right. Chat, you're dead. What's going on? I think we covered Matic already, dude. TrueFi making moves. You know, I had a bag of this. I sold it on this pump. Probably going to continue. Oh well. Uniswap. Sure, let's take a look at that. Uniswap still technically in the channel up, even though we did break this. We're looking like we're coming back. We're trying to come back back above this area here, right, on the daily. Big rally up today, 10%. Poker tonight? I don't know, man. We'll see. Last night was a shit show, man. I got not hit with the deck. The opposite happened. That's all right, though. Angel, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Let's see. 8x. We can look at 8x. ONT, yeah, we can look at ONT for sure. We're gonna look at Tulip, we're gonna look at both, man. Tulip and Rope. Okay. I think, are these stocks? Oh no, they're not. They're cryptos. All right. Not too much chart data on this one, man. I can't really give you too much here. RNG, give it and take it. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. So you've done 100% retrace, all right, on this asset. You're trying to make a reversal here on the RSI. Now, there is maybe an argument for some divergence here, but again, not clear enough, man. Rod, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. You guys are awesome today. Thank you guys so much for all the super chats. Really do appreciate it. Rod, I'll get to your request here in just 1 second. Just going to finish up Angel's request, all right? So, Tulip. Kind of a funny name. All right. So maybe construing a wedge pattern here. Not really showing divergence just yet, or really any sort of indicators here on the 4-hour. The daily obviously doesn't have too much data. It's kind of really too early to tell with this one, man, to be honest. You are towards the bottom of this structure on the hourly. You also can see the volume is receding, so you could be looking at a move back up. Awesome, yeah, Solana. Oh, Soul Farm, yeah, cool, man. Yeah, so this could end up doing something like this. I mean, we are on an hourly chart, remember that. So the smaller the time frame, guys, the smaller the potential move. The larger the time frame, the respect is going to be more so, right? There isn't a lot of chart data. There's not really too much I can really do with this one, you know? So sorry about that. Hopefully this is helpful enough to give you an idea. Not really too much help from the oscillators here on the hourly either, to be honest, right? Rope. Let's take a look at Rope. Doesn't look like there's a chart on it. Is it Rope 20? Is that this one? Angel, need your help here, man. Okay, maybe it's this one, right? It's on Uniswap. It looks a lot like that other one Tulip right now, right? So again, not really too much chart data on this. I mean, you can kind of see a channel here, right? This is the downsloping channel. We're waiting for a breakout on this one. Not really too much to really talk about or do on this just right now, all right? So let's see, Rod, CRO and KCS and Hydra. Sure, we can look at CRO. I think we looked at it on Sunday. It looked pretty good. I think I said it was going to make a move. Forgot where I charted this originally. think it was on Bittrex. Yeah, I think this is the chart. I don't know why my work doesn't save anymore, but you are above the 200-day moving average on the daily, so that's good. You can clearly see that we're in some sort of channel up on this, right? Maybe we can start this from here. You can see the trend, right? So it looks like you're going to get a move probably back to the top side of the range, 32. This would be an all-time high, 32.5 cents for CRO. Okay, that looks pretty good. KCS. KuCoin, right? Yeah. Look at the daily 200. We're just hugging it, man. We're just hugging it beautifully. Angel, yeah, no problem, man. Thank you again for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. So this looks really, really strong, right? You're in a nice uptrend here. You can clearly see this 200 days acting as a major support. And the 4 hour here, you can kind of see us rounding this bottom here, down here, right? Double bottom. Definitely looks like we're going to see a move back up here. At least to the 200 day, which is around this 1254 area. And ultimately back up to the top of the range, $15 easy. This, I like to call, this is like a cup pattern, right? And once you break this neckline, guys, once you break the neckline, you're looking at another 25% move, right? So that's going to bring you right to the top. It's going to bring you right to 20 bucks. And if you break that, well, if you break that, the top of the structure, you guys already know from the bottom to the top is a 238% measured move. Okay? So basically right around that $60 to $65 area. I think that brings you into price discovery, and this is a major structure, guys. Major structure, right? Hydra. I know nothing about this asset, and right now we are below the 200-day moving average, but not too far off from it. You can kind of see the trend going up here as well. We have our topside resistance here. So I'm liking the pivot from here because you can clearly see that this area here was a respected area off this support, okay? And yeah, I mean we could maybe consolidate here some more. I mean the 4 hour looks pretty good, right? We're above the 200 on the 4 hour, so I suspect maybe a move back up to the top of the range here on 25.36, and you break that neckline. That could be a major break, right? From the bottom to the top, you're looking at a major break. 152% measured move is going to bring you to new all-time highs for this asset, and you're looking at around a $62 target, right? But ultimately, if this is the triangle break, it's from the bottom to the top of the triangle, which is a 700% measured move, and this is an ascending triangle. According to Bukowski, I think I charted it correctly, but essentially it is okay, from the swing high to the first swing low after making the pattern. So I guess this. So probably from here, right? It's kind of a scuffed ascending triangle, but yeah, 447%. Can I check on the laundry? Yes, Moon Girl, I can check on the laundry. We have a troll on the stream today, guys. Her name is Moon Girl. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Well, hopefully you guys enjoy the stream today, and I know I don't come on during the week much, but I will try to make more of an effort to come on during lunch hour here. Seems we got a decent turnout. Actually, we get around the same turnout on a random Tuesday than we do on a Sunday. Isn't that weird? Or isn't that something, man? I feel like I should be getting more. What is that? Ew. I feel like I should be getting more folks to come on the stream. You know, I don't know. So, but yeah, guys. Well, we've been live for what? How long now? I have chocolate on my hand. Oh man. Guys, I'll be right back for 1 second. Just gonna go wash my hand. Yeah, we can look at it. We'll look at Safe Moon and Mer or Like here in just 1 second. Come on, you guys having fun with me today? Rod, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Oh, man. All right. Oh, we didn't look at ONT. I'm sorry about that, man. But I do hold a bag of ONT, so you better believe that I think it's something good. All right? What's that? Oh, no worries, man. No worries, Angel. No worries, man. Yeah, we'll take a look at that here in just 1 second. I just want to look at ONT. I told this guy I would look at it. I mean, we had this clear wedge breakout, back test, and rally up to the 618. Came right back down to the 236 fib extension, made a double bottom, and we did get rejected by the 200-day moving average, obviously here because of Bitcoin pulling back. But look what we're doing. We're holding this 382 fib extension, and looks like we're kind of trying to round out here. Right, you can see the selling not really very heavy here, just kind of consolidating, right? And you can see the daily in a squeeze, right? The daily's in a squeeze. We're towards the bottom of the STP, RSI bands, or DMI, excuse me. And you can also see that the volume on the momentum oscillator is slowly starting to wean off here, off the negative momentum. And this is hopefully what we're looking to see is momentum come back up to the upside, and we're implying a move back up, right? I'm still going to stick with my swing target on this, man. The swing target is 1250. Once we get up here, we're talking about breaking this and getting up to the major 1272 fib extension, which is around that 38 US dollar area. If that happens, guys, my bags are going to be pretty lit. Anyways, let's go back to Angel's request here. MER or LIKE. Let's take a look at it. Again, not too much chart data on this. Maybe Bittrex has it. Okay. Are these the same? Are these the same asset? Is it Mercury? Is it Mercurial or Mercury, man? I don't know which one that is, but and then Like, I'll take a look at Like. Again, it's not on TradingView. Maybe it's on Uniswap. Not on Uniswap. Can you explain your C98 trade? Yeah, sure. Oh, 8x. Yeah, I totally forgot about that one, man. I don't think I can chart it though, Paulo. If it's not on TradingView, I can't. I guess it is on TradingView against Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, holding the daily 200 here. We're coming back down to test the support. 4 hour kind of breaching, right? Breaching, but still technically making a higher low than this low. Guara, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate your kind feedback, man. Really do appreciate that. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, and tick the little bell. And if you guys are new to the Swing Trade Pros community, make sure you guys check out the Discord. That is where we have all of our important information that we talk about, trades, anything to do with our bots, all the NFTs that we're selling right now for subscriptions. So make sure you guys check that out. All right, join the Discord. It's Mercurial Finance. All right. All right, this actually looks really interesting on the 4 hour and the daily. The daily looks good. We looked at Cardano, man. You wrote 8x though, so that's why yeah. We looked at ADA already. You can scroll back in the stream, man. Sorry about that. All right, so starting to make your moves higher, right? You can clearly see right here we're starting to move up, right? And now we're trying to maybe back test this 382 fib extension, and you got a bounce here, 5.26% today, so that looks good. That looks good. In terms of the 200-day, we're above the 200 moving average, which is good on the 4 hour. Now the daily, there's not enough data, obviously, for 200 days. Yeah, it looks like maybe double bottoming and trying to rally here on the 4 hour. You can see that the 382 fib extension acting as your support right now. The chart on 8x was ADA. Yeah, was it? Yeah, it was Cardano Bitcoin, right? Isn't that what you wanted? 80. Oh, you were looking for 8x, some shitcoin, right? This shitcoin? Here you go, bro. This looks like maybe you're double bottoming here. I don't know, man. Let's speculate. If this is the bottom, you're going to go back up to the top of the range, which is $2. And then if you break that, you're looking at 99 cents to $2. That's 100%. So you're going to go to $4. Perfect. There's your TA on that shitcoin. All right. Cool. I'm sorry about that, man. Anyways, MER here, like I said, trying to double bottom. Your next real fib target here is 91 cents. You break that, you're going to go to the 618, which is $1.45. There's nothing really up here, and then you probably go into price discovery after you break the wick high at 575, right? EDX is a new DEX on Cardano. Cool. C98. We covered C98 already, man. All right. Here it is. The symmetrical triangle, or actually really a flag pattern, because it's a bullish pennant, because it's less than 3 weeks. All right. So the pennant, right? It's a pennant. Here you go. The pennant. Pennants are short, 3 weeks long or less. Patterns longer than are typically triangles, rising, or falling wedges. In this case, it's 3 weeks or less. The top, I think, was in August, right? August 25th. So it's still putting us around 3 weeks. Break upward 57% of the time. We already started to break upward, right? Annie, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. So the pennant, the measurement of the pennant is from the bottom to the top. Okay, the bottom to the top. Bottom to the top. 449% measured move. I mean, I'm off by a percentage or two here. Sorry about that. All right, 20. We'll just call it 20 bucks. All right. There you go. Strong. Looks strong. Really does look strong. Nice uptrend. Right, nice channel up. Beautiful. And you got the channel breakout here today. You can see confirming 14.25%. Right, this is beautiful. Channel break. There it is. So your swing target's back up here to 661. Make sure you break this wick high, all right? This is important to break this wick high right here. Break this. Break this. Otherwise, maybe a head and shoulders pattern, and that would be ugly. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream today. Make sure you guys check out the NFTs on OpenSea if you guys are interested in that. Don't forget to leave a like. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Tick the little bell, and we'll catch you guys probably on Sunday for the weekly close. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Check out all the STP products if you guys haven't done so already. We provide lots of different trading tools for you guys to help you guys succeed at trading. We're here for you. Remember that. Thank you guys so much. Catch you guys Sunday. Peace out.